guess where I'm going? Going camping. I go camping with my daughter. We're heading to Raccoon Mountain Campground, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Just getting packed up here. Got the bikes all secure. And spent an hour cleaning up the camper yesterday, just because it's been sitting so long. As you can see, overnight I had it on AC and got the fridge started, because it usually takes about 2 hours for it to get cold. And it's packed. I got food, and on this fridge I can run propane or DC. I only have a little less than 2 hour drive, so I'm going to put it on DC as I drive, and it also charges at the same time from the alternator, so it doesn't wear down the battery as fast. Some cool adventures ahead. Stick around. We'll see you in a bit. Tiny house firehouse out of Georgia. Isn't that cool? Alright, 5 minutes. Let's see, Raccoon Caverns Campground. Check in ahead to the left. Pretty busy. Campground, I'll park up here. Campground registration. Well, we made it to Raccoon Mountain. Just got set up, put the awning out. This is what we're looking at. We're really close to a pool. Got a cool little casino over there. There's all your big rigs. Fireplace, picnic table. Though we got no neighbors, but you got a view of a gift shop. But over here it's really nice. As of now, I don't have any neighbors, which is kind of nice. Some more down there, but this looks kind of new, like they just put power in. The other thing I dislike about RV spots is they always put, well, not always, but most places have sewer in the back. And there's your sewer. And my sewer's right behind that tire. So I need like a 20-foot sewer pipe to reach that. Now if I turned the vehicle around and went in the opposite direction, I'd be on a little bit of a slant. But my sewer would be on that side, and this site, that sewer is for their site. So, not able to use sewer. Though before I leave, I will probably pull up into that lot next to me if nobody's there, and just dump my stuff. Just dumping that sewer there. So, not the best setup, but hey, that's why we have holding tanks, right? Hey, day 2. Doing some cooking. Making some sloppy joes. Yum. Got some beans going here. Gonna eat here in a bit. And then go to the caverns. And Brooklyn found a new friend. She got a kitty cat friend. A wild cat. I told her to make sure not to get too close because we don't want fleas. Tried giving the kitty cat some beans.
Actually,
He ate some, huh?
he ate
Or she? He?
He ate some beans, and he liked the beans instead of the water.
I think he's the cat of the campground. It's not too skinny. I'm sure people are feeding him. Oh, he ate that one. That's good. Kind of.
He's ate this one and that one.
Okay. Alright. We're going to eat here in a minute. The caverns. Yes. We're going to go find out
When we go
the tours.
to the tour.
Yeah, they're like every hour or every 2 hours or something like that.
Okay.
So we have to head up that hill a little bit to the left.
Are we gonna ride our bikes now?
We found out that the kitty is part of Camp Kitty, so it definitely belonged to the campground. So I was worried about it having fleas or rabies, and she said it's been fixed and had its shot, so that's good. Welcome to Raccoon Mountain Caverns. That's your panning for gems right there. Welcome to the cave entrance. There's your entrance. Yeah. And over here looks like where the old... Another cat? This must be the skylift right here. It goes right up there into this building. And then there's a preserved skylift. And here's the original skylift that took you to the mountain. Here's the original pulley. Still turn. Oh, yeah. See that one on the cable. And that attached to the actual car. The history. Discover the cave. Leo Lambert found the cave back in 1929. Then did tours. There's a little picture of it right there. It's like the paint's just chipping some electrical wire there. This still works. That still slides. Slides, and it's got a little lock to lock in. Wow. Sunroof. It's got a sunroof. Not sure what that does. I would think so. Oh, they're locked. Okay, it says entrance. Welcome Raccoon Mountain Caverns. Oh, it says please do not disturb, tour in progress. Maybe that's why. Alright, over here. Please visit temporary gift shop in Gray Building across the street for ticket information. Huh, we were right next to it. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the little gray trailer building. To the Gray Building, where we get tour ticket information. Wow, you feel how cool it is?
these two rocks. I have a cave salamander. You see him in between? So he's gonna move now that I've got my light on him. He doesn't like it, but. Oh man. So this is our discovery room. This is where the cave was first discovered. So in 1929, this land was owned by the Grand Hotel of Chattanooga. They used it to grow crops, so as farmland. And in the summers, when they were taking their lunch break out of that hot, hot sun, they noticed that there was some cool air coming out of a small crack right on the other side of this rock. So they would take their lunch breaks right out in front of that and get that natural air conditioning. Here's another one. You can touch this one if you want. This is dead Fred. It's just kind of cold. It's not scary.
Feels like a rock. It's kind of slimy, actually.
So it's super polished right there. These are all of our skin oils. You're just touching lots of other people's oils. Great. Yeah, so it's very polished right there where most everybody touches it.
Wow.
All right, guys, welcome to the Crystal Palace room. As you're checking out this room, I want you to look at it as if it's all underwater. So completely flooded up to the top, right? Completely full of water. A very long time ago when the cave was forming, this is exactly how it would have been, completely full of water. This water eventually drained out through smaller drains, passageways in the cave, and left this area. Once that happened, all of these boulders that you see on the ground down there, all of those big guys fell right out of the ceiling. Fell right from the ceiling. So that was called the breakdown process. These are known as breakdown boulders. Once the breakdown process occurred, the cave went through a period of stabilization. So what that means is we will not have to worry about this ever happening in this cave's lifetime. Dripping down through the soil in the ground above us, picking up carbon dioxide as it goes, forming what's called carbonic acid. So that is a fancy word for soda water.
Soda
just
straws.
like as the water drips down through the center of those, it deposits minerals, calcite, as it goes. So eventually, as it dries, it gets very chunky, kind of like you're trying to drink a milkshake through a straw. It can no longer drip right down the center of those. So they are no longer hollow, they get larger, turn into stalactites, just like those chopped ones right there. So the water drips from the stalactites down to the ground, forming those from the bottom growing up. Those are called stalagmites. So an easy way to remember this, stalactites grow tight to the ceiling, and stalagmites, you might trip over them. When they meet in the middle, they form a column just like this one right next to you guys. I don't want to blind anybody. This is a column. So we actually had this one carbon dated, so we found out how old it is, and it is 500,000 years old, right around there.
Is that part of where you do the cave crawling?
So those are the wild cave tours.
Those are the wild cave
exactly.
tours.
These are the entrances. This one right here, this is the smallest. This is male slot. So this is 14 inches floor to ceiling. As soon as you get over that ledge, though, you can turn over, sit up, and throw your feet down on the ledge, and then you're standing. So you're walking down. You are definitely not on your hands and knees the whole time. You are on your belly even less. But you are definitely crawling and climbing and sliding and squeezing. Super a lot of fun, but yes, there is no more light once you pass those red lights. It just looks like normal natural cave. Here,
It's gonna drip.
all up in the ceiling, except for these blue ones. All these guys that look like screws
Yeah.
and little nuts and bolts, little pieces up in the ceiling, all around here.
Yeah.
These are all crinoids. So these were fossils, or they are fossils. They were saltwater sea lilies. So these were around millions of years ago. We really shouldn't be able to see them, but because limestone grows in layers, all these guys got just kind of filled up with sediment, okay? And then it dried, turning into limestone. Limestone grows in layers. So when this layer popped off right here, it exposed all of this right here that was stuck in that limestone.
Huh.
So you see some really cool fossils up here, right on top of each other.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody wants to touch the clay down there, you are welcome to. It's just normal clay. Just
Sure.
don't. Yeah, you're good. Just don't take a big ball of it with you, please. Yep, feel that clay. So if this clay was washed out from underneath here, this would just sit right up here on top, just like it is now.
See how it changes? See how it changes? And then it changes.
Right over here, these group of soda straws, all in a circle like such. These are known as cave chandeliers. So eventually, as these grow, they will get very heavy, start creaking, popping, and letting us know that they are about to fall. So once they fall, they take the little chunk of the ceiling with it, leaving what is known as a cave scab. This cave scab right here, you can see the little soda straws growing out of it. They're probably between 2 and 5 inches, so that would have fallen off anywhere between 200 and 500 years ago. So this is our last stop on the tour. I'm going to point out the rest of those imagination formations, answer any questions that y'all might still have, and then get pictures of anybody who wants a picture.
That's it. Awesome. So we are done with the cave tour. That was pretty cool. What did you think of it?
Awesome.
Was it? You liked it?
Yeah.
What did you like about it? The history?
Yeah.
Yeah. History's cool.
I feel like my favorite parts was like where they where they had that little water.
A little water area, the water section area, the natural spring. Got some tenders over here. It's supposed to be more primitive over there, primitive spots, but then they have 3 here that are electric and water. It's pretty cool back here, but it might be a little buggy.
But the creek.
Is the creek dried up? It is dried up. Well, we haven't had rain in Tennessee for, between Nashville and Chattanooga, we haven't had rain in like 2 weeks. Big time dried up. You gotta have running water, right? Well, I bet it runs it sometimes the way it looks. All right.
Just come.
Guess we should get something to eat before we have more fun. Day 3, Raccoon Mountain. About to tear down here and head out to Raccoon Lookout Mountain. So we're breaking down camp. And there's my daughter hitting the trails one more time. You ready to go to Lookout Mountain? And then we'll head back to Nashville. Lookout Raccoon Mountain, here we come. You ready?
Yeah.
Brooklyn, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll. All right, we made it to Raccoon Overlook. Did we make it to Raccoon Overlook?
Yeah.
That was a good little climb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is what we're looking at. It's a parking lot. It's got a loop around.
There's a bike trail back there too.
A bike trail back there? That'd be fun. That's Lookout Mountain. That's a little higher than this one. And then that river right there, That is the Tennessee River. See here, squirrel. And there's your Interstate 24 that wraps around and it goes into Chattanooga. So we camped just on the other side over here on this mountain.
Right. Right there.
There's a ferry boat down there.